Hi, my name is Dan James, founder of Story 19 Consulting. I am so excited to be here today in collaboration with Remote Streamcast, and a special thanks to my partner in crime, Jedidiah Collins, who will be joining us later. As an executive coach, I'm often asked, who needs coaching? Who needs to advance? Because you know what? I'm not an expert in every field, but every person needs a chance to get better. At Story 19, I'm often asked, well, what do you do? Are you an executive coach? Are you a public speaking coach? Are you a life coach? And the answer is yes. Yes, I am. Because I tailor every engagement to what that client needs. Coaching is a partnership. It's not telling, it's not talking at somebody, it's a partnership. And what I start with is two things in every engagement. The first is personalizing your voice. What does that mean? Personalizing your voice is embracing authentically who you are, the way you speak, your body gestures, that confidence to be yourself. There is no one better at being you than you. And the second thing we always start with is the idea of ultimate impact. Ultimate impact is that one thing that you are trying to accomplish over everything else. It is kind of your rock in terms of what you turn to. For me personally, as the US Paralympic coach, I thought that my ultimate impact was this idea that I was going to be the best coach ever. And I wanted to be an award winning, gold medal winning coach. And that's all I wanted. And that was my ultimate impact. But something happened in life. There was a junior camp in which I saw wheelchair tennis changing lives, in which I saw them finding their independence and believed in themselves for the first time. And I realized that my ultimate impact is not being a great coach. My ultimate impact is helping people find the vehicle to become their best self. So, where does ultimate impact fit into your life? It comes in three areas. The first is your personal ultimate impact. What legacy are you trying to leave? But as a leader, you also have to have an ultimate impact for your team. And whatever company you're working for, there is an overarching ultimate impact. When does the magic happen? The magic happens in every decision, every vision, every discussion where all three of those ultimate impacts align. It is where you are authentic, you are genuine. It is where success really happens. Because when you can match your ultimate impact in all the phases of your life, motivation and success follow. One of the questions that you can always ask yourself as you try to find your ultimate impact is 20 years from now, your team members, your family are going to come to you and tell you how you impacted their life. Your ultimate impact is exactly what they're going to say. Everybody, ultimate impact has been a core part of what I do. And I have an opportunity right now to bring in the person who, when I had this crazy idea to create Story 19 Consulting, sat down with me at breakfast and said, you know what? That's a great idea. I want to engage in that. I want to bring in my friend and someone who I've coached and now is actually a thought partner, former NFL player, founder of Rookie to Veteran, and author of Your Money Vehicle, Mr. Jedidiah Collins.
Well, I never enjoy coming in after an entrance like that because I feel like I'm never going to meet expectation. But I will tell you that the greatest place ideas stem from are over Denver omelets. So I can agree with that.
This is years ago.
Yeah.
And now look at all the success you've had. And I would love for you just to kind of tell everybody about how finding your ultimate impact has changed your life.
So one, I would say the success we have had, because this has not been a journey that I've been on by myself. You have guided and been that coach along with me, and it was maybe not on our first breakfast, maybe not on the second or the third, but it was over our entrance in an engagement together that you started to dive in on the personalization, on who exactly I was before I could go out and launch into a mission and a message. I really needed to internalize that idea. And that was something that I'd never really dove into. Why was I positioned at this moment in time to make an impact? And that personalization really stuck a chord with me. And as part of my development in my own programming, and this is something that we have continued to do and are unashamed for, I stole that idea from you. I took it and I internalized it into my rookie to veteran around the be a pro mindset, because I needed to identify who I was first as my journey began. And what we began to define together was that idea that I was a worker, I was authentic, and I was a creative. And I very vividly remember sitting down and you kind of taking a seat back and saying, you're a lunch pail guy. You bring your lunch to go to work and you go, and that is who you are and that is how you bring it. So that idea to me, where I was able to personalize exactly who I was to go out and give a message, was the beginning of how I found impact. And really, it's something I've always questioned and asked you, is that what success for you is as a coach, or how do you measure that?
Well, I think it's so funny because when you think about coaching, you think about results, wins and losses. And as a tennis coach, that's almost strictly what I
It's
dealt in.
everything.
This idea of wins and losses. Um, and we miss the idea of growth. We miss the idea of getting better. Wins and losses you can't control. The other person may just be better, or you may have a bad day, but you can control growth. And success for me as a coach is this idea of transferring knowledge, giving someone else ownership so that they can grow as a person. And the greatest compliment a coach can receive is what you just said. I stole your idea and made it my own. And all of a sudden now this transfer of knowledge has become your own. And you may have even tweaked it. You may have changed it into your own language and your own ideas. But it's amazing to me how that transfer of knowledge and ownership is my key to coaching. And that's how I define success. If you own what we're doing, well, my work here is done, and that is success.
The ultimate
Look,
measurement is, can a coach replace himself? And that is what I've loved about your engagement with me, is you are always pushing me to continue to say, how does Jed do this without Dan? How what can I give you, and then step away and let you find it? And that has been really what has made this message my own. You have guided me as a coach to get there, but it has truly been my voice coming to life.
well, and the amazing thing is that for most people, this idea of a partnership in coaching, and I'm not going to lie, I've stolen ideas from you, and you have motivated me, and you know that you know that, and I feel like we've both been able to grow and get better together,
Mhm.
and that's part of it. Everyone should want to learn. Everyone should want to get better, and that having been said, to see what you have done, author, owning rookie to veteran. It's just so exciting to see. And right now, I would just love to hear more about what you're doing and the impact that you're making.
Well, one, I appreciate that. And it has truly been a journey and a back and forth with you that I am honored that you've taken it with me. I will land in my ultimate impact and what we have been able to help me really differentiate and have a definite purpose around. But I want to begin the journey with my title slide of the Rookie to Veteran series. This is what I came to see as behaviors of the best in the world. Now, if you go to the next slide, I get to share with you a list of teams, and these logos represent each team I was fortunate enough to walk in the locker room of. Now, where a lot of people will look at this and say, man, this guy must have been really good, I look at this and I see failure. I see time and time again, every one of these teams called me, cut me, and told me my dream was over. But why I get to consider myself a great failure today is because I left each of those locker rooms asking myself one question: what did I learn? What could I take away? What could I steal from the best in the world? And I came to realize in a locker room in Detroit that process, that there was a roadmap and a set of principles that were helping these veterans eliminate the gap between where they were and where they wanted to be, how they began to eliminate that potential. And as we began to discover, and Dan, you started to help me see, my ultimate impact was going to actually be around money. We were going to empower people to use money. But as you look at my series, where I look at rookie to veteran, that list of principles that we can kind of share on the screen right now, we can look at this list and we can say, okay, is there financial education out there? Perhaps. Is it working? Obviously not. But why education in and of itself fails is because there is no activity, there is no action, there is no behavioral change. And what we started to realize through Story 19's coaching was my ultimate impact was going to be how to create that behavioral change, both from a mindset and a money perspective. And so today I get to take the best I took away from watching veterans in the NFL, true pros, and I get to interpret it into how you can begin to handle your money and your finances. And that's what I'm most proud of. As I look at my journey, I share everything I've stolen from my NFL experience, everything I've learned through becoming a certified financial planner, and I get to connect the two and turn education into empowerment. And my ultimate impact is going out and trying to empower 1 million people to look at money different, to see money as a verb, as a vehicle, not the noun and not the destination. That is why we declare it money vehicle, because we see that this thing is going to take us where we want to go. It is not the destination. And so, through the Rookie to Veteran series, through the principles, through the money vehicle process, that is how we came. And Dan, I could not be more excited to share that people have already started to take the journey. They have seen the results, and they are enjoying having their own life transformed. But more importantly, I get to wake up on a daily basis and really see where I gain my energy from. Is this feedback? Is this coaching? And so I would love for you to just continue to share with me as well as everyone else why coaching continues to bring you energy on a daily basis.
Well, I think the energy of coaching, and to be honest, listening to you right now, the passion with which you're speaking, knowing the journey that we've taken together, I'm ready to get off this broadcast and go to work. I am pumped. I'm serious, and that's the motivation in finding people. Again, my ultimate impact is to find vehicles for people to find their best self, and when that light bulb goes off, I'm inspired. My cup is full. And in this moment, in watching your success, in watching how good you are at what you do, that fills my cup. And it shows that coaching is an unending relationship. And so each of us should always be striving to be better. How am I going to be better today? How am I going to be better tomorrow? And that journey is never ending. And so I hopefully, this job that just fills my cup will never be ending. And that journey will just continue.
I love it. And
Jen, wow, go ahead.
it's one that I know ours continues, and it is that notion of, the curse of expertise. So many people get into their careers and say, what do I need a coach or what do I need guidance for? I'm 20 years pro. The reality is the guys I got to witness who were the best in the world, the CEOs and the presidents and entrepreneurs I get to talk to today on a daily basis, they are all remaining curious in one thing. How can they find success today? You mentioned it earlier. Wins and losses are subjectives and external, but that idea of success, of daily progress and growth, that is what a coach helps you formulate on a daily basis. And that is what I'm so excited that we continue down that journey today.
Well, and I would love to just point out, Jedidiah, that one of your taglines, one of your core beliefs, it was on the screen right there. The idea of eliminating potential, taking that away, and that's part of what coaching and growth does. Eliminate that potential, and that's something that you came up with. And I think it's something we can all do as we grow each day. And I would just like to make sure that I thank you for going on this journey with me, and being a partner in crime throughout this. I want to thank Remote Streamcast for this incredible technology and the partnership of us being able to do this presentation. And as we sign off, Jed, one last final thought before we sign off this broadcast.
Steal success unashamedly. Find mentors, find coaches, find people around you. Be observant, be curious in them, and you will find success on a daily basis. At the end of the day, the kill will never satisfy unless you enjoy the hunt. So each and every day, try to enjoy the hunt.
Well, and I'm going to say right away that one of the tenets of Rookie to Veteran is to find a graybeard And I did shave today because Jedidiah did refer to me as a graybeard,
Uh,
which is not okay, but an honor. And I'm going to
I
sign
keep
off
the
with
side
saying,
short now because I'm getting a little gray. So hey.
it's about time. It's about time. I'm going to sign off with simply find your ultimate impact. Use it as a vehicle to find your best self and make others better. It's a journey worthwhile. It is authentic and it will fill your cup. One last time, thank you to Remote Streamcast for an amazing partnership. Thank you to Jedidiah Collins, author of Your Money Vehicle, founder of Rookie to Veteran. And for both of us, as our journey continues, we encourage you to start yours. Coaching is making yourself better, and that always feels good. Thanks, everybody.